Alcohol inks are one of my favorite mediums to work with, and one of my favorite techniques is using the Alcohol Ink Lift ink pad. You can also get a refill for it, which you can use to refill your pad, but there's also a technique that you can do with it as well. And I'll share that in just a bit. To use it to refill your pad, just squiggle a little bit on your pad and let it soak in. In order to use the Alcohol Lift ink with alcohol ink, you need to have a non-porous surface. I am using some Yupo, and then you need a surface to stamp your image onto afterwards. And I'm using glossy alcohol ink cardstock for that. So I've already done my background with alcohol inks. I did it with some reds and some greens, and I also put some gold in here. Now the gold will not lift. The mixatives will not lift with the lift ink pad, but I did put them in here so you can see what it looks like if you have some that doesn't lift. If you want more of a clean lift, you want to make sure to do a background without it. So you're going to ink your stamp just like you would with a regular ink, and then you're going to stamp it on top of your alcohol ink background, lift it up, replace it with the alcohol ink cardstock, and stamp it to replace or to stamp that ink. With your original background, you're going to take a piece of clean paper towel, and I like to do this part 4 times. I put the paper towel down on the background, rub it nicely. We're not moving the paper towel, we're just rubbing the paper towel. Get a clean spot, rub it, get a clean spot, rub it, like I said, 4 times, and then after those 4 times, I take a clean spot, and then I rub over that whole background to lift up anything that might still be there. Now, like I said, this background won't be cleanly lifted because I have some mixative and metallic in there. If you want a clean background, make sure to use no metallics or micas in there. To use just that re-inker, squirt a little bit onto a surface and then pick it up with a mini ink blending tool that has some foam on it. I tapped it through a stencil, and then I'm using that same technique to lift it up with paper towel. It's going to be very, very subtle because my background has that metallic on it, as well as the fact that that stencil was very, very fine, but you can see the snowflakes in real life. And the alcohol lift ink will work with any stamp or a stencil. This is a great way to take your alcohol ink backgrounds to the next level, and you get a 2-for-1 with it. You get 2 different images, a positive and a negative, and they always look so cool.